Scooby-Doo bop beat up boop. Hello. Hi. Hopefully I sound okay. There we go. Change a setting real quick. Okay. Well, welcome to the Canadian Atheists. They are presented as an activist group. Presented as, specifically. And I'm going to ask you all a real quick question for the chat. And you guys can let me know what you think. What would you call somebody who presents something as if they are doing something like activism, asks for money and donations towards that cause, and then doesn't show what the amounts of money are or where it is, doesn't present that information, doesn't present who works for them, as well as doesn't tell you how that money is spent, and hasn't done an event that may or may not have been using donation money in 2 years. What would you call that? By the way, this is really fucking good. This is the cider that I made, the apples that I cooked. So it's apple, cinnamon, and kraken. But yeah, what is that? Oh, a scammer. Oh, might you consider that maybe a little bit fraudulent? Maybe? I could stand to be a little bit louder. That's unusual. It is unusual. I can turn myself up a little bit. Let's turn me up just a tiny little titch. Just a little baby amount. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. I can also move closer to the microphone. I'm sure I will get louder as I talk. Oh, really? Really? Is that what you guys think? That's what you think that might entail? Huh. Well, let's take a look. Oh, embezzlement. Ooh, spicy? Spicy? Oh, Alright, well, let's see. Welcome to Canadian Atheists. You would think this would be capitalized, by the way. Hyper professional, very real. This is definitely real, guys. This is 100% the legitimate Canadian Atheists without the capital O. Oh, hey, Otangelo, how's it going? Welcome on another account. You're gonna address why you decided what your justification is to why it was a good idea to try and out Dapper Dino? Are you gonna justify that yet? It's okay, I can wait. So let's read through this. People are more important than ideas. And atheism is normal. Canadian atheists care about rights, freedoms, and the general well-being of atheists in Canada and internationally, which is supported by our efforts to normalize atheism in Canada, in Canadian culture, and throughout the world, because not believing in deity concepts or religious ideas, regardless of popularity, is normal. Our primary interests for peaceful advocacy. Alright, so I'm not off base for thinking this is an activist group to which the donations towards this, the money would be put towards activism, right? Like, I'm not off base for thinking something like that. Am I? I don't think so. You let me know in the chat. Am I off base? 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. You let me know. And the normalization of atheism. We are always willing to participate in public discourse as a means of engaging in a free exchange of ideas. As an integral part of our efforts to counter the varied attempts by some to vilify atheists or mislead others about what atheism is, we're also educating the general public on the meaning of the word atheism and atheists. Do I dare click on this? Do I dare click on this link? Profile, what is atheism? The word atheism represents an all-encompassing and tremendously diverse classification demographic of individuals who share one specific trait: the absence of belief in any deities. All other traits are incidental. Oh no! Oh no! Well, some atheists are more outspoken than others, e.g., comma. Some are also anti-theistic. These are individual traits that are incidental to atheism, hence there are no specific expectations to conform to any particular standards or behaviors. And one of the most important reasons for this is that there exists no atheist doctrine. Atheism is not in any way dogmatic. I'm sure when I get around to looking at these Twitter profiles that there's definitely no dogma. Guys, definitely no dogma here, alright? No dogma, definitely none. No doctrine. Atheism is not in any way dogmatic. None. More information, definitions of atheism and atheist. What? Where have I been taken? What is this place? Where am I? This certainly looks like a source that is not going to give my computer a virus. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. For the most part, the following definitions are nearly identical, yet have distinctly separate definitions because maintaining the accuracy of their meaning and uses is important. Distinctly, nearly identical but distinctly separate meaning and uses is important for communicating clearly and accurately, which is why both the descriptive and prescriptive aspects are covered. Oh no, I've found a rabbit hole. Oh, fucking no. No. Why would you? It's almost like you've cherry picked. It's almost like Canadian Atheists has cherry picked their definition or something. Oh, it links to the same site. Good. Oh, this one goes to a YouTube channel. Okay. Your epistemological support is from the no. You'd think oh no. I'm so glad I brought alcohol with me today. I cannot. Oh, Hanson, yes, this will harm you. This will harm you. Okay, all right. Let's. Okay, so wrong. So wrong. So beautifully fallacious and wonderfully incorrect and incredibly dogmatic and propaganda-esque. I mean, wait, sorry, no dogma. There is no dogma here. Guys, no dogma. No dogma. None. Not allowed. No. Don't you dare tweet at Canadian Atheists about dogma, alright? Don't. Ugh. True Feline says, can I queue an answers and reasons vid on something akin to this? Yeah, go for it. Okay. So let's go back to what they're talking about. Clicking on that link was a happy Halloween. This is a nightmare. This is so spooky. Well, being an atheist can be a free choice. Can be? Ultimately, it's merely the consequence of not actively choosing to believe in any deities. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. For an activist group based in atheism, just the fact that you've got this, the most basic stuff wrong about atheism and epistemology through proxy is disturbing, to say the least. Because freedom is protected constitutionally within our Canadian legal system, Canada doesn't have a constitution. We have a charter? We don't have a fucking constitution. This is gonna give me an aneurysm. Because freedom is protected constitutionally within our Canadian legal system, as outlined by our charter, National Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 2. So it literally says charter right after. Particularly the fundamental freedoms of conscious thought, opinion, and association. Accordingly, we categorically reject any notion that anyone should be required to justify being an atheist, since freedom intrinsically obviates the necessity of any such justification. I have never seen such a wonderful performance, such a beautiful dance of trying to shut down and avoid conversation of why you might believe the thing you do by an activist group trying to encourage the position. What is atheism? The word atheism represents an all-encompassing and tremendously diverse... You just repeated the same thing you already set up here. Why would you... Okay. Event bulletin boards. Atheist Association of Atheists. International Association of Atheists Partnership. Give me details. What do you got? Today we officially, receive official confirmation that Canadian Atheists is now a partner member in the International Association of Atheists, IAA, which we value tremendously because of the excellent work they do in advocating for atheists throughout the world. Consistent with our role in encouraging the protection of freedom and promoting atheism, the International Association of Atheists is focused on the following initiatives. Okay, well, that's not you. About us for all international atheists. This links back to the bulletin, which we just clicked from. Consider donating or becoming a member. Okay, so where? What is your partnership? What does the partnership mean? Are you working with them? If so, how are you working with them? Do I need to send an email to International Association of Atheists to find out that, oh no, I just spent some money and I donated, and so we count as partners now? Like, what the fuck does this mean? Can you have any more sketchy of a way to say that you have a partnership with someone? It's gonna turn out like, oh no, they just followed me on Twitter. When you're announcing something that's a big deal, that you've partnered with something, like, look at this. Now a partner member. That just means you're a member with a higher status as an individual. That's not, holy shit. Oh my god. So what do you do? Why wouldn't people just donate to International Association of Atheists then? Why would they go through you? Are you kidding? Are you high? Okay. So that was their first bulletin. What else you got? Alberta's Critical Infrastructure Defense Act, Bill 1, okay? What does infrastructure defense have to do with atheism? Today, our organization's president wrote a letter to the lieutenant. That's such a Canadian thing to have done. You wrote a letter. Way to fight stereotypes. The lieutenant governor of Alberta, requesting that she withhold royal assent for legislation that conflicts with our Charter of Rights and Freedoms that are protected as an integral part of our Constitution. And then information about headquarters, and then information about her honor. Okay, so this is the letter, I assume? Okay. It is with great care and concern that I present to you this appeal to withhold royal assent on Alberta's Bill 1 entitled Critical Infrastructure Defense Act that conflicts with our nation's constitution, which we don't have, particularly sections 2, 7, 12, and 15 of our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Right, it's not. Am I getting hung up on a definition? No. The proposed Critical Infrastructure Defense Act legislation has, at the very least, the following problems. 1. Section 117 is too broad because it refers to almost any type of thoroughfare that is normally used by motor vehicles and or pedestrians, which anyone is normally legally entitled to use. Okay. Why have you not, if this is a big deal, why have you not posted an amount or some of or all of whatever this bill actually is so people can read the fucking bill? Section 1114 is too broad because it refers to a device or a combination of devices. What the fuck does any of this have to do with atheism? Section 1, okay, I'm gonna skip. This is about radio communications, skip. Section 116 is vague because it's, okay, skip. Ineffective and should be removed because of Section 2C of our Charter of Rights and Freedoms protects the lawful freedom to engage in peaceful assembly. You know, it would be really great if I could look to see if that actually was the case, about whether or not it did, but that's still has nothing to do with religious freedom, so still not related to atheism. Not related to atheism, not related to atheism, not related to atheism. Nope. 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 As you are entrusted with upholding the best interest of Canadians as well as visitors to Canada, and in the spirit of understanding that oppression anywhere is a threat to freedom everywhere, in concert with the principles of fundamental justice, I hereby request that you withhold royal assent for the aforementioned proposed legislation without prejudice and with the genuine intention of preserving and defending equality, fairness, and justice for all. Thank you for your consideration and for what I anticipate to be your diligence in this important and serious matter concerning everyone's rights and freedoms that are integral to Canada as a nation and which are among the general core principles of being Canadian. Regardless, and the warmest regards, Randolph Richardson, President of Canadian Atheists. Why isn't atheist capitalized, you fucking idiot? So, if you're donating to Canadian Atheists, all right, this is the most recent thing that they've done, like actively did. And you're giving and donating to this group to help with atheism and freedom of religion and spreading positive atheism. And your money is being spent on things that have absolutely nothing to do with religious freedoms or atheism in any way, shape, or form. What would you call that? What would that constitute? Do you think that, how much money did it cost that the president, Randolph Richardson, of Canadian Atheists, how much money did it cost him to write this letter that has absolutely nothing to do with atheism, and how much of that budget was taken from the donations? I didn't know that donating to American or Canadian atheists was just to help Mr. Randolph Richardson push his fucking whatever political agenda completely unrelated to atheism. Go figure. Who's on your board? You know, you've got this that's supposed to be a donation thing, that people are supposed to be supporting you. Who works for you? What do you think? You think the next one? Worldwide all-in-one social media network affiliation? 404 URL not found. Canadian Atheist relies on the outgoing support and generosity of people like you, which helps us continue to promote the values of freedom, liberty, and justice in Canada, as well as resisting against and opposing attempts to limit or interfere with these important fundamental rights. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we thank you in advance for choosing to join our efforts by becoming a member or donating and telling others about what we do. Wow, but none of that has anything to do with atheism. 404 not found. Okay, what about this one? A Night of Blasphemy from 2019. So this is over a year ago, by the way. This is over a year ago at this point. So they haven't done anything in a year. A year. The donation subscriptions are a year long. Alright, so we're back to 2019. A Night of Blasphemy. Comedy. Atheist comedy. No. Okay. A Night of Blasphemy, Hysterical Damnation, Atheist Comedy. Okay, so... hosted by this place, featuring comedians. Okay. A special note of appreciation goes to the Atheist Republic for arranging our guest presenters and for contacting us with a wonderful opportunity to contribute. What did you contribute? What did you contribute? What did you monetarily do with the donations that you're getting? Did you pay the people to come? Because it doesn't say that you did that. It says that the Atheist Republic was arranging the guests. Are you just free promo for people? What is this? Important information. Please take a moment to review some of the important campaigns and petitions we're promoting by following this link. Which link? Which do I click? I'm having an existential crisis. Do I have to follow this link to go there, or do I follow this link to go there? Why would... Everyone is welcome to become a member by following this link. And Smitty just realized that it's Randolph Richardson. Hey, Smitty, you made it. I believed in you. All right, let's click one of these. What are you promoting? Tell me what Atheism Everywhere. Okay, what is this? Atheism Everywhere campaign. Bookmark atheisemeverywhere.com. Welcome to the Atheist Everywhere campaign, which highlights the fact that atheism permeates all walks of life, all sectors of society, and is naturally ubiquitous throughout the world. There's no dogma, guys. Shut up. To help this campaign is easy. Simply mention atheism everywhere whenever an appropriate opportunity arises. And in case anyone asks what you mean, you can explain how atheism is compatible with almost every situation, or simply direct them to atheisemeverywhere.com. I am frightened. This link leads to this page. It's this page. It's this page. This link leads to this page. I'm so mad. This is so stupid. Why? Look. I can't make this up. Look at this. You see I got multiple tabs? It's the same page. I didn't mean to close that. Please don't get rid of it. Okay, watch. Open link in new tab, alright? It's the same page! People are paying you money! People are paying you real life money! End my suffering! How does atheism fit well into any situation? Well, thank you for asking. Atheism doesn't impose upon anyone or interfere with anything. Really? It doesn't? Then why are you making a political movement based on it? Because atheists are consequently more inclined to make decisions based on reasons that aren't influenced by beliefs in one or more deities. What do you mean more inclined? They're required to. What atheists is making up their mind about a decision based on Shiva? What? Fucking what? In reality, the reality that people are capable of making good decisions without dependence on religious ideals or perceived pressures from deities is a highly significant factor. Okay, but how does atheism fit well into any situation? Because I'm not gonna lie right now, reading this makes me think you need to seek out God and get some help. I'm gonna fucking see God by the end of this. This doesn't answer the question that you posed. A few examples of where atheism is prevalent. Education. Many teachers are atheists and are influencing children to learn and think critically by embracing and encouraging their innate sense of curiosity instead of trying to stifle it. I mean, not every religion stifles curiosity. Also, do you have a link to this? Do you have a source? If you were going to have resources, which we'll get to, by the way, if you're going to have resources for people, then don't you think that maybe the facts and sources that back this up would be useful to have put here? How parents can help. Encourage your children to be inquisitive by asking questions and challenging any ideas. Oh, don't worry. Randolph is all about people asking him questions and being willing to challenge ideas. He's all about that. EMP for 5 says, so, hey y'all, I gotta mention something. Atheism, so yeah, go mention it everywhere, lol. Yep, yeah, well, you got 'em. Guys, there's no dogma here. Teach your kids atheism. There's no dogma here. Teach your kids atheism. There's no dogma here. Government. Politicians who are atheists contribute to society through direct democracy and value the preservation of everyone's freedoms and other important rights. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did not on the first page we looked at say that being an atheist had nothing to do and was just coincidental when it came to politics? Didn't it say that? Hold on. No. Oh, wow. The top doesn't even... Okay, thank you. Or I was gonna say the top doesn't even fucking go back to the... Alright. Politicians who are atheists contribute to society through direct democracy and value the preservation of everyone's freedoms and important rights. Alright. Okay? Let's look back at the beginning. Canadian Atheists cares about rights and freedoms and the general well-being of atheists in Canada and internationally, which is supported by our efforts to normalize blah 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 throughout the world. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 as blah 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 blah. Well-being, here it is. Well-being an atheist can be a freedom of choice, ultimately is merely a consequence of not actively choosing to believe in deities. Bullshit. Because freedom is protected, blah 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 blah. Here it is. Okay, what is atheism? Alright. Gonna go back to remind you. Politicians who are atheists contribute to society through direct democracy and value the preservation of everyone's freedoms and other important rights. The word atheism represents an all-encompassing and tremendously diverse classification demographic of individuals who share one specific trait, the absence of belief in a deity, in any deities. All other traits are incidental. All other traits are incidental, meaning they have nothing to do with atheism. Politicians who are atheists contribute to society through direct democracy and value the preservation of everyone's freedom and other important rights. But the fact that they're atheists is inconsequential according to your own definition. Oh my god, it only gets worse. And if injustice occurs, that's where you use their power to intervene to the counter with justice. No source, by the way. It doesn't even source a single example of an atheist politician in Canada. Nice activism there. You'd think maybe shouting out atheist politicians or shouting out atheists in politics might actually benefit your activism if that's what you really were and you weren't just, taking people's money and not doing the thing with it that you said. Maybe. Science and medicine. Research scientists who are atheists are probably more likely to apply scientific methodology without resorting to default assumptions about reality and rely on peer-reviewed empirical results-oriented research to ensure validity and efficiency of important products and solutions. Are probably more likely based on what? There are tons, I don't even guess a number. There are plenty of fucking religious scientists. Dear Lord. And all of this stuff is, what was it? Incidental to being an atheist, not a result of being an atheist. You're also implying that Christian or religious researchers are shit at their job, which is, bullshit. Just saying. If you're talking about being a positive about atheism and people are more important than ideas, maybe you shouldn't be shitty to everybody who's not you. Something dogma. No, sorry, no dogma here. There's no dogma here. There's none. Stop it. What does a vibrant and healthy society need? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go take this from Randolph. Phelan makes a good point. Randolph himself rejects academia when it comes to atheism. Bizarre. Weird. For a vibrant and healthy society to prevail, the following characteristics are necessary at a fundamental level. Freedoms, expression, thought, opinion, conscience, and belief. Wait, so freedom of belief? Yep. Christy, thank you so much, and I love you. Personal security, safety and health. Financial security, can afford necessities plus more. Sustenance security, access to sufficient water and nourishing food. Diversity, variation rather than imposed conformity. Education, secular education provided by government is ideal. Why, you just slipped that one in there. Alright. Alright, I'll buy your little list, sure. It's certainly, looks like this is something that you would present to, grade 2, but okay. In all true, this looks like something you might read in, grade 7. In all truly vibrant and healthy societies, it is much easier to identify atheism everywhere. It is? How so? What? The pluralistic ash symbol. For this campaign, we've adopted the pluralistic ash symbol, AE, which conveniently combines the letter A and E into a single character, for which we ascribe the word atheism and everywhere. Surely this doesn't have any other meanings and certainly will not be confusing for people. This emphasizes the diverse nature of atheism, and diversity in society is generally advantageous, especially when variation among and within the national and local culture is welcomed and encouraged. Oh, hold on. Here you go, Christy. I'll make you mod. Christy is now mod. Okay. Dear Lord. Dear Lord, please. Send help. I will become religious after this. Alright, so this doesn't actually, by the way, none of this... Wait, what the hell did I click on? How did I get here? Oh, campaigns, right. So, there's actually nothing in here that tells you anything about what is being done. This doesn't tell you anything about what's being done, how to do it, or where to do it. This is not... What is this? Where do I go? How do I join? What do I do to encourage this? I just type in my social media atheism everywhere every so often? Like, what? How is that how is that activism? How does it help anybody? And why are you taking donations for it? What the fuck? Atheist Appreciation Day. Blood donations? Alright, when is this? Be a hero today, becoming a blood donor, and Canadian Blood Service. You're just promoting other shit! Logical, objective, verifiable evidence. This is from somewhere else! Why would anybody give you money for this? Okay, so we looked at campaigns. This was there are no active petitions at this time. Active what is this? Penal code. Okay, did you do this? Did you make this? Is this a thing you actually did? Oh, initiated by Greg Oliver from Toronto, Ontario. Oh, so you just promoted it. Okay. Well, actually, I don't know if you promoted it. I don't know if you promoted this at all. All this says is this was a successful petition. This doesn't say anything about whether or not you did anything. Tax regulations. Muslim majority uphold freedom of expansion, stop targeting killing of Muslims. Canadian Atheists was never added to the list of supporting organizations. What is your organization? Tell me anything about your organization, because you haven't told me anything. Your events took place in 2019. What is this? Oh my god, what is this for? What the fuck? Past events, 2019. A conversation. In cooperation with the Atheist Republic, the Canadian Atheist is hosting... Oh, you're hosting something. A public presentation but with somebody else. Okay, okay. Is this anything? Special note of appreciation goes to the Atheist Republic for introducing our guest presenters and for contacting us with a wonderful opportunity to host the event. Is this your facility? Where are the details? How much money did you spend? What are the donations coming in? Who was there? How much did it cost? You're presenting like you're an activist charity to help with this shit. Bulletins. Over a year ago. So you've existed since 2016. Where are your tax records? About us? Oh, what is atheism? Oh, code of conduct and why we don't have one. So you don't have a code of conduct? I guess that explains why Randolph Richardson is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. Is it because he's the only one involved? Is it because he's the only one who does anything? Is it because you're not actually an organization? You're just one guy trying to get money from people by ponying off of shit other people do? What's your affiliation mean? You keep bringing up that you're affiliated. Alright, well, let's check out the, what do you got for community? Oh. A bunch of other people's shit. International represents as probably the most diverse cross-section of individuals of all demographics and among human beings. Our long-term intention is to provide a community-oriented forum for members of Canadian Atheists to engage openly in the free exchange of ideas as part of a national effort to promote atheism. For now, the following websites hopefully provide some helpful community perspectives. So you want to do this, but you haven't done this. Why are there only like 7 bulletins? What do you mean? They've done a whole 7 things since 2016. Well, they're taking people's money, and it all definitely 100% has to do with atheism. How dare you ask any questions about this? Promo, promo, promo. 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 Bill that had nothing to do with atheism. Promo. Look at how many other people we're associated and affiliated with. None of this is you doing anything. Looking out for the FAQs. The word atheism represents... Oh my god. Oh no. No. We're back. We've gone in a full circle. I believe this is what you call a circle jerk. So chat, I'm gonna get... That's... We still got a couple more tabs to check, but I want to make sure this question is still in your head. When you take donations from people and present yourself as an activist organization and you're not doing shit, you don't show where your money is going. You don't even show who is working at said place. And that money does not appear to be actually going anywhere. What is it that you call that? I just want you guys to keep that question in mind because we'll get to that, back to that question when we go to wrap this stream up. So you let me know what you think so far, and then at the end we'll touch on this again. I'll probably put a poll on Twitter. Because fuck this guy. Is atheism an organized hierarchy with a leader? What a bizarrely specific question I've never heard anyone ask. No. Organized hierarchies with official leaders or other such representatives are not necessary for classifications such as atheism. Consider the classification of things that are mostly or entirely colored red. Setting up an organization to manage this or assigning someone to be its leader would be counterproductive due to the impossibility of having any impact or directing or changing the classification. So... It follows that here at Canadian Atheists, our emphasis, who is the our? You're implying you're an organization with more than one person, so who are the other people? Who are the other people? Seems like it's kind of important for that kind of information to be available and shown. Maybe. Our emphasis is that we are atheists and not that we are managing or setting direction for what atheism is, since it's a classification that stands on its own merit. You know, considering, if anybody's familiar with Randolph, which we'll get to, we will look at Randolph and who the president of this place is, but spoilers, for anybody who actually knows anything about the way this person actually behaves, they very much spend a lot of time setting a direction for what atheism is. Just shocking. There's no dogma here, guys. Fuck off. Do all atheists agree on the same thing? No, diversity is commonplace amidst opinions, preferences, attitudes, and thinking of atheists. And thinking of atheists. The only characteristic that is shared by all atheists is the absence of belief in deities. Everything else is identical. Except for atheists who don't share that definition, asshole. As well as all those scientists and government political officials, and all those teachers that you mentioned that all seem to share a very benevolent view on freedoms in the education process, which I would like to probably point out is not. You gave no source for whatsoever. None. Can the Canadian atheists help with immigrating to Canada? We do not provide citizenship and immigration services. So no, they're not. If you're an atheist in another country, fuck you, we're not helping you immigrate. That would only be something that might make sense for an activist atheism international organization to assist with. Please see our government resources page for links to Canadian government departments that can provide you with necessary information about the official requirements and regulations relevant to relocating to Canada. Hey, yeah, go through the government. Thanks. It's super helpful. The government resources page on immigration, by the way, is very difficult to navigate on purpose. Links and resources. Is Canada a Christian nation? The Charter of Rights and Freedoms begins with, quote, whereas Canada is founded on principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. No. That preamble is an introductory paragraph that notes a historic attitude when Christianity used to be more prevalent and was held in high regard more widely by the Canadian population. Source? I need a citation for this. Further to that, the historic preamble is not a numbered section, so it is not useful to interpret as an actual law, and it has no directly significant bearing on laws or culture. See Charter sections 2 and 15.1 for additional perspective. Since a number of our laws are in conflict with the certain key values of Christianity, any attempts to miscategorize Canada as a Christian nation do not accurately depict the freedom, diversity, and multicultural character of our national heritage and the diversity of our population. RNGD Gaming says, so my membership as a dudist priest is worth more than this garbage as I can officiate weddings. Correct, it is. Okay, that was the FAQ. I have a question. Who works for you? I have lots of questions. I've been asking lots of questions. I have so many questions. Resources. Links and resources. This is a small collection. Yes, it is. Of links and resources that we hope will be helpful to you. For a longer list of links, please see the Resources on Atheist Frontier website. So you're still ripping off other people. Do these other people know that you're ripping them off? What is an atheist and why is it Canadian? Who is your daddy and what does he do? A more broad and in-depth categorization collection of atheism-centric resources. Okay, well, do we really care about the government ones? Immigration, Department of Justice. Okay. Atheism. What do you got here? Oh, American Atheists. Uh-huh. Okay. Puerto Rico. Okay. Yeah. Atheist Alliance International. Noted. The Atheist Experience. Definitely. Uh-huh. Atheist Frontier. Canadian Atheists. It links back to the homepage. Its own resources, its own page. Definitions of atheism and atheist. Shocking. Are we surprised that this is where this goes? No? Okay. International Association of Atheists. Who are you? Oh, looks like this domain isn't connected to a website yet. Error! Send help. Send help. Please. Please end my suffering. Get me out. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Membership. What you got? Mail-in application. LinkedIn group. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Hold on. The Canadian Atheist relies on ongoing support and generosity from people like you, which helps us continue to promote values of freedom, liberty, and justice in Canada, as well as... Where have you done that? I haven't seen that happening on this website yet, but okay. As well as resisting against and opposing attempts to limit or interfere with these important fundamental rights. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we thank you in advance for choosing to join our efforts by becoming a member or donating and telling others about who we are and what we do. I don't know who you are and what you do besides take people's money pretending you're an atheist organization and then don't do anything with it. Fucking mail-in app. Let's look at it. I want to see what it looks like. Okay, let's see. The Canadian Atheist relies on the ongoing support of general blah blah blah. We just fucking read that. Membership application. Full name, address, city, province, country, postal zip code, telephone, email address, membership. $42 for an individual, $58 for a family, $125 for an advocate, and $1,500 for lifetime support. Membership periods are 1 year each, except for the lifetime supporter option, which never expires. Oh, thank God for that. Send your application form with payment, so you can't become a member without paying, if you didn't notice, by the way. Your application form has to have money with it. You can only become a member or join up with them by spending money. Be clear. The activist group. Send your application form with payment payable to Canadian Atheist Corporation, to our international headquarters, post mail at this place, British Columbia. Alternatively, the interactive online membership registration is also available at this website. Thank you for your support. What if I just Google this? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Specialties, privacy, security, network architecture, and administration, high volume mail servers, information protection, and data encryption. Oh. Articles from 2016. Okay. Feline just did the math. It would take 36 years before the lifetime would be a better option. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Alright, well, this is their Twitter. We are Canadian Atheists who are can you please just capitalize the A? You look like you're embarrassing me. Like, you're not embarrassing me enough already. By the way, did you notice? We went through all of this, except for, like, donations. Here's donations. They have a Redbubble and a Teespring if you want to buy their merch. Receipts. We are not a charity. We cannot provide tax receipts. Regular receipt. Oh, really? You're not a... Why aren't you a charity? I wonder why. You're only presenting yourself as a for-profit? Because you don't say any of that. You don't say any of that at the beginning. This is buried. This is some buried information. So you're a for-profit atheist activist group? Regular receipts will normally, and you may or may not be using the money for the reasons that you said, because there's still no information about that. Normally be issued for regular receipts will normally be issued for donations of $50 or more, and when a return address is provided on the envelope, on a check, or on attached included with the donation. If you have made multiple donations which accumulate to $50 or more and would like a receipt, please contact us. Deanna says I'm Canadian and I'm seriously laughing right now. What a joke. I know, right? Privacy. Your identity will not be shared with third parties in accordance with Canadian privacy legislation with the following exceptions. indicating that you would like to be included in a future list of donors by optionally specifying the list as a donor with your donation, in which case we will include your name or pseudonym. Please also indicate if you do not want the amount, blah blah blah. Purchasing merchandise, please note that we don't share information. Okay, so for those of you who know who Randolph Richardson is in the chat, one in the chat if you would think that he wouldn't spread your real name if you were to donate to him. 2 in the chat if you wouldn't trust that dude as far as you could fucking throw him. So 1 in the chat if you think that if you donated to him, he would keep your name private. 2 in the chat if you think that he would fucking throw you under the bus. You'll never guess where I fall. Contact us. By the way, future donation lists. There are none. I haven't seen a single one in here yet, so, you know. Contact us. Let's take a look. How to contact American Atheists. Mailing address. Suggestions are welcome. Do this. Oh my god, they have a Discord? I don't know if you've ever seen the physical manifestation of an internal struggle, but that's what I am experiencing right now. This is certainly an atheist experience. I have a decision to make. They have a Discord, you mean he. Is it more than him? There is no indication about whether this is more than just one guy. There's no list of like, oh, who's our treasurer? Who's our secretary? Who does the mailing? Nothing. Big, fat, stinking nothing. I really want to click this link. I want to see. They linked to G+, which is dead. Yeah, G+ is gone. Okay. I did it. Hold on real quick. Before I get kicked out. Because I'm super gonna get kicked. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. I want to be able to show you guys who's in here. Hold on. Come back. At least it doesn't cost any money to join their Discord, which it does for me. But I'm not an activist group, am I? Boop. Scooby-Doo boop boop bada boo. Some of these names may surprise you. Some of them may not. Almost done. There we go. I will post these on Twitter later for you guys all to enjoy. And let's get the hell out of here. Bye. Okay. So I didn't do too much work to find out what was going on in there. But if you guys would like to explore, the link to this website is down below. You're more than welcome to get whatever information you want or anything like that. There you go. Okay, so let's take a look at their Twitter. All right. We are Canadian atheists who are concerned about the rights, freedoms, and the general well-being of atheists both in Canada and internationally. Surprise, surprise, they have popped in here where they're in an argument with, hanging out with, oh, Trio Monkey. Oh, where have we seen this fucking moron before? Wow, oh, hey, there's Randolph Richardson. Here's the guy who's the president. Oh, people are more important than ideas. Atheism is normal. He's the president. I'm sure we will find that he is very, very appropriate. Very, very appropriate acting as a president. Surely. Surely. But, Helios popped in and said, you publicly have on your profile that you are the president of Canadian Atheists. From everything I have seen in this thread, I don't trust you because you have proven yourself dishonest. How do you think that reflects on that organization? Oh, yeah, the neighbors came home. Hush. Hush. Good boy. I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit further so you guys can see it a bit easier. Alright, cool. From everything I have seen on this thread, I don't trust you because you have proven yourself dishonest. How do you think that reflects on your organization? Do you think that will help or hurt? Joke's on you, they approve because it's just him. That's me being sassy sass face. Edit, it's not year, it's a month. He's asking for $42 through a year to apply to be a member, not $42 you're in, but $42 dollars a year, and I will think about letting you in. Exactly, that's what we saw. To be fair, he is generous and offers you the opportunity of giving him $1,500 for one time instead. And I said, what exactly does this proof provide again? Something, 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 fraud, something, scam, something, something. So he swings in and, you know, switches his account over to his... Hey, Puck! Enough. Get down. Get down. Good boy. Oh, I know. Life is... He's sassing me. Puck. Oh, yeah, I know. Shh. They live there, asshole. It's okay, I needed a Puck break. This is so stupid. Alright. Hey! Stop it. Do you need to go to lay down somewhere else? Watching you. Alright. We take your concerns seriously. No, you fucking don't. If you can provide details on fraudulent activity, please report it to us that our fraud preservation department... What fraud preservation department? Bullshit! He is the president, but also he's the head of the fraud preservation department, or prevention department. The fuck you have that? I don't believe that for a second. May investigate and or consult legal counsel. Information on how to contact us is available on our website. I don't believe you. If you want me to, you should rein in your boy here. He's fucking embarrassing. And then I had also said... Even I can pick up that she was mocking you and not making a claim. I said, maybe if you're going to take money from people and present like an activist group, you should be clear about what that money is going to. Your last event listed on your site is from 2 years ago. Your campaigns are a joke, and your resource links lead back to your own site. Community. Meanwhile, your president is trolling around on YouTube, slandering, harassing people, and using long debunked and unfounded claims to besmirch people, especially those that he fails to even understand the basics of their arguments. That's not a good look on the person nor the organization. But you'll notice here that the first thing they did when I responded was not to look at the information I actually provided. Right? We're not gonna look at our own website and see why it might be considered fucking bullshit. Instead, we go to It appears that you are refusing to provide us with details about fraudulent activity, which is unfortunate. If you are not comfortable with reporting to us, your alternative is to submit a complaint to the RCMP. Here's how to contact the Richmond RCMP. So, interestingly enough, look at the timing on this. You see how this is at 4:58? I went live at 5 and posted my link. But you'll also notice that this was less than 20 minutes out. It's like, oh, you want me to write you a full report on your fraudulent bullshit and all the screenshots within 20 minutes? Is that what you want? On Twitter? How do you know? Were you sitting there refreshing your email to see if you got one yet or not? Especially considering you answered you ignored my actual answer, which is this one right here. It's right there. I don't believe you. He's a fucking embarrassment. Here's the information. It appears you're refusing to provide us with details. That's not what the RCMP does. For an activist group, you would think you would understand what you would and would not report to the RCMP. I also don't believe that you have lawyers. I don't buy that for a fucking second. I think you would have to hire somebody if you were going to get lawyers. But, I mean, now I've been encouraged to perhaps look into who I should be contacting. I mean, considering you're hanging out with fucking, oh, hey, it's Rachel Leopold from the McCrazies video. This person who stalks around fucking Steve and slanders him. Oh, look. It's fucking Unicuck's little bitch boy trio. Oh, wow. Haven't seen that guy slandering people for being Christian before. Huh. Basically, this isn't Feline explaining that, Randolph is using an ad hominem to evade Steve's argument that he doesn't understand. Both the wasp and the semicolon are unassailed. I want to put him into a large hydrogen collider with Darth Dawkins to see if the sheer density of the question-begging arguments would be enough to create a black hole. Funny. Randolph Richardson, you're very angry. You should probably seek psychotherapy. Psychotherapy? No, I'm insulting you. I think the only person angry about it here is you, and so you're simply projecting that emotional judgment you can't accept onto me. Why would you want to put people in the hydrogen collider if you weren't angry? Such an action would be lethal, which is, at least, extremely hostile. This is why I observed that you must be angry. I don't wish any such demise on anyone, including you. I don't want to put anyone in the hydrogen collider. I was insulting you. He was calling you dense. Dense motherfucker. You deciding that my hyperbolic insult was actually a literal desire to put you inside the Large Hydrogen Collider isn't anything but you being incapable of understanding social cues. Does this mean that every desire you express should be taken seriously? What? What? No, he's saying that he wasn't being serious. Should not be taken seriously? No, why would you go to such an extreme? Listen, you're embarrassing Canadians and atheists. Please stop. Your desire was quite clearly expressed by you and imparted anger on your part. Oh, sorry, Hadron Collider. Hadron Collider. I'm saying Hydrogen Collider. Hadron Collider. Your desire was quite clearly expressed by you and imparted anger on your part. That's why I suggested that you get psychotherapy. Hold on, I wanna... Is saying that somebody should get psychotherapy for making a joke considered like... Okay, psychotherapy is a general term for treating mental health problems by talking with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or other mental health provider. During psychotherapy, you learn about your condition and your moods, feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. Because it's really not... Because it's really not normal to interact with people that way. Yes, it is! hyperbole, a hyperbolic insult is very normal. Very normal, and it's not necessarily indicative of rage. No, it doesn't. It means that hyperbolic insults are expressions of desires. No much? You, desires no much you desperately do mental gymnastic to pretend otherwise, moron. If you're really trying to insult me, then you're going to have to much better than that. I'm blonde. Well, still partly blonde. Why would you get worked up that Richard has successfully debunked you? Well done, he successfully debunked my insult. I accepted your concession that I debunked you. Which insult are you saying I debunked? Such an idiot. Why are you lying when he retweeted what you said? Oh my, shocking. Shocking. So Randolph's out here on Twitter hanging out with, let's see, who's liking the tweet? Oh, panic. Where'd you go? Get back here. Okay, 2 likes. Oh, I can't see it because I'm not logged in. Oh, well, whatever. So let's take a look. I have a couple of things I want to still look at here. I want to go back to the... I shouldn't do this here. I want to take a look real quick. Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? What the fuck? What are you even responding to? Why do you defend a rape apologist? McRae defends... Yeah, so shocker, look at that. Oh, Randolph Richardson and the Canadian Atheists are supporting fucking bullshit slander against somebody that something has been debunked forever. Wow, to the surprise of no one. What was that about? People matter? You're concerned about the well-being of people? Who you got? Oh, I can't look. Boo! I have to be logged in. Okay, well, whatever. Let's take a look-see. I'm curious. What do you guys think will happen if I do an advanced search for Steve? And yet hold on. Oh, look, he's hanging out with that high guy. They're homophobic? Oh, look, spreading bullshit that's been debunked for ages. Oh, wow. Hey, you guys remember when I showed that these people were, you know, homophobic and transphobic and ableist and, you know, everything you could think of under the misogynistic assholes? No, these people all in the McCrazy's video. Oh wow, no wonder that he actually goes ahead and lies about people. Shocking. You're really using your donation money that people are giving you to advocate for fucking atheism by bullshitting. You're not talking about infanticide. If you play the clip, not talking about infanticide. We're talking about euthanasia. Wow, how long did it take me to scroll through his account to get to that? 1, 2, 3 tweets. This is all very much advocacy. It's a very good look for the president of an organization of Canadian atheists, isn't it? Wow. I am the founding president of the organization called the Canadian Atheists. I'm not asking people to trust me. I do reject your false accusations of dishonesty, though, because I haven't been dishonest in my dealings with you or anyone else in this Twitter thread. Hey, I'm in that Twitter thread? Hey, I'm in that Twitter thread, and I just looked at you being dishonest about me. Hey, I'm in there. Oh, look! He's retweeting fucking Nate, to the surprise of nobody. You mean Nate, the guy who said you didn't find that in that guy's pocket? Why you bullshitting me? Because I knew all the tricks. Because, I was doing that shit too. Huh. Weird. Oh, look, he's hanging out with the Duke. Good start. The advocacy. On point. I'll add links down below. There should be ones for the Canadian Atheists. There should be one for Randolph down there soon also, if it's not already there. You guys can feel free to look in for yourself and see what you think. And now I will ask you the question. Based on Randolph Richardson's behavior on Twitter that we've seen, and based on what is going on over here, of what we look through of this lovely website that hurt me on the inside, do you think they are misrepresenting, do you think Randolph Richardson is misrepresenting what he is doing with this organization that may or may not actually even include other people? And do you think that what he is doing with this website and taking donations as well as his Twitter behavior, do you think that constitutes fraud or a scam? 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. You tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments down below if you think, also if you happen to be watching this later, and what you think. Because I would say this is at best inappropriate as fuck and misleading as fuck. So, it might not constitute fraud by the law, but I would certainly call it scam and scuzzy and you're a shitty thief, as far as I'm concerned. Let me know what you think. 1 in the chat if you think he's scamming people. 2 in the chat if you think he's in the clear. He is misrepresenting it and he is taking advantage of it. His mustache is a fraud. Well, feel free to leave me some comments down below. Feel free to join the Discord. Become a member, join the Discord. If you join in Patreon and support. I don't lie about what the fuck I do here. It's pretty obvious what I do here. This was Dumb Fuck Friday. This was dumb as shit. 3 more information required. I think that's totally cool. I might see and take a look and find out what's gonna constitute a report and who I would report this guy to, because shit's bullshit. Especially with preventing, not a scam, just shitty value. Oh, maybe. It might be considered that. I feel like there's promises being made and there's a lack of transparency that would be required from a legitimate activist group. I'll put it that way. I think that would be fair. But hey, he left the door open to email him if you want or you have questions. I want to know who else works on this, considering it's represented as if there's more than one fucking person, and I don't believe for a second that it's only one fucking person. I would also be tempted to potentially reach out to some of the other atheist organizations who this fucker thinks he's affiliated with to find out if they're actually affiliated with them. So maybe I'll take a look at this. I'm off to go make my own actual activist atheist group now, just out of spite. I feel like I'm going to start working on that because this fucking pisses me off, fucking ripping people off. Anyway, keep in mind though, the rules on fraud and scams in Canada are a little bit different than they are in the States. Feel free to like, comment, help out with the algorithm, all that fun stuff. If Unirock wanted to look into a scam, he might have a good one on his hands from people in his tertiarily related to his own group. Oh yeah, that's right, he hangs out with Unirock too, by the way, if you didn't know. Randolph, stop fucking lying on people, you piece of shit. Fuck you. This has been Dumb Fuck Friday. I'm going over live in a half an hour over on Steve's channel to talk about young Earth creationism with Dapper Dino. We're going to have a non sequitur-esque type show. And I hope to see you all there. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.